So,
Hi.
we're in your house. This is called the joy of the Lord. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What? No, tell us to breathe.
Okay, everybody,
Breathe.
take a deep breath.
Oh gosh.
Let's focus.
Yeah, focus.
Focus.
Okay. So, everybody, this is Larry and Bess Herzekow. I think one of the most fun couples that we hang out with, and I hope they love us because we're sleeping in one of their bedrooms. And so that must say something, no, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they are the ones that did Aliyah. And they're the ones that were obedient to the word of God that came to Israel. So Larry, as one that has worked hard all his life and raised with Beth 6 children, tell the people what it's like, truly what it's like as a Messianic believer living here and surviving in the land.
Wow, that's a
I know.
tough question. You know, it'd be easy to say that that with the Lord all things are possible, and it's a piece of cake, and it's a cakewalk, and the Lord is good, and the Lord is good, and He does provide, but it's a challenging journey. It's a challenging journey. That's about, I think, the best way to put it. You have tremendous spiritual warfare going on a daily basis. So you've got to be prayed up all the time. You have culture change, language change, social change. You have religious entities coming from all over. This is the center of the universe, and the center of the 3 major religions in the world. And I would just sum it up and say it's probably the most challenging thing that we've ever been faced with.
See, but Larry, this is so good that you're telling people, especially the church, your fellow brothers and sisters, that live in America and live in other countries like Canada or someplace else, that it's pretty easy to walk. You're not surrounded by enemy. You're not surrounded by somebody who wants to push you into the sea. You're not surrounded by hearing hateful cries out from the minarets that are here. So the people in the church need to know how to pray, but they also need to know about you, the living stones that are here. And Bess, for you as a mother, and you both had kids that were in the IDF, right?
Yes.
How many did you have in the IDF?
3 in the IDF, 1 in the American Army.
Okay.
So we've tasted both sides.
Okay. And with the 3 going into the IDF, I know that there were times that it was very rough, and I'm sure as a mother and a father that you felt it. Could you tell the people what it's like to send your 2 sons and daughter into the IDF with no choice? No choice.
Well, since they were raised here, since they were little, it wasn't such a terrible challenge for them because they were raised up with the knowledge that that's their destiny.
Okay.
That's their privilege and their honor to serve. So that they were no problem going in. But the most chilling call I'll ever get, Lord willing, was the one from our youngest son from about 4 years ago when the last Gaza war broke out. And he called, we were in the States at the time, and there's a phone call from him. He's 20 years old, not even, like still 19. He says, Ima, I don't have much time, but we're going in. I'll call you when I can. Bye. That was it. I don't know how to describe that, other than it was probably the most challenging moment that I can remember.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to go. But you know that it's the right thing to do. So all you do is pray, 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 pray.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the end of Sutketan, that last Gaza
Yes.
incursion, his unit got hit. He was a young commander at the time. A young, what was he?
A squad?
A squad leader.
Okay.
There was a rocket that came over from Gaza and hit like a car or an army vehicle that was there, and it exploded, and the shrapnel from that killed 5 of his men. So he spent probably the next 2 or 3 weekends going to funerals and to sitting Shiva for all of his 18-year-old soldiers that were under him. It was very, very hard.
And yet, when we talk about this, as mom and dad, you have feelings. You're both born again. You both love the Lord with all your heart. You're both Jewish, then Aliyah. Just to be here when you know it must be tempting sometimes, like the children in the wilderness, thinking maybe it'd be easier back there in the States. Does that ever hit you? Like you say, what are we doing?
Yeah. You know, just to come back to just for a second, talking about prayer requests
Yeah.
and how you can pray. So Micah, who Bess was just talking about, he's still in the IDF. He's been in for 5 years, and he's made another 2-year commitment. He's a commander now. So as far as prayer requests, he would be on the top of the
Okay.
list right now.
I got it.
Because you hear what's going on now with, between Gaza and the
Yes.
north. So things change quickly
Here.
in the Middle East. They can change in a day.
Yeah.
So if you can keep Micah in your prayers.
This
that
is
would be-
wonderful, Larry. This
that
is
would be
wonderful.
fantastic.
So
As
people
far as
know
the
that.
question that you asked.
Yeah, I just ask straight questions.
Yeah, we go through that, at least I do.
Yeah.
Like probably twice a day.
Okay. See, but you know, Barry, it is so important for the people to know that, because most of the people I've lived here too, and Noam and I are waiting on the Lord, but most of the people say to you and to us, "Oh, wonderful! Oh, I want to live in Israel," and they don't even have a clue, because when you're on a tour bus and you just go from place to place, you're not waiting in the post office for 2 hours just to mail one letter.
Yeah.
And then you realize you just missed your number because you don't understand Hebrew or whatever, you know? So tell the people the feelings of lying in that bed beside your beautiful wife, and you're going, do you ever look at each other and go, Lord, why did we hear so correctly? Why weren't our ears clouded up like others?
Please.
Yeah. And I have one other this is a strong question to ask you. Okay. When you think about people that you know that are Jewish, that are Messianic in the States, do you often wonder why they're not coming home?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Well, we
Okay.
sort of know why.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have to wonder at all, because you think that life here, well, let's put it this way. Life here is very uncomfortable.
Yes.
It's very uncomfortable, and it's very challenging.
Yes.
And for the most part, American culture has done everything in its power to remove discomfort and challenges from your life. So it's very difficult.